No Diana, right?
I don't know.
Have one. Charity rounds. This last month, they, long, lifelong residents, they grew up on Pop Center Road and his dad was big involved and everything else, so, that's the only one I had. If there's any I missed, someone let me know and I'll get them next month. So if we could have a moment of silence for him. Thank you.
Okay, at this point, gonna open the public hearing. We have to make a motion.
Yeah, make a motion.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make a motion that we open the public hearing
John, so.
for John Mapstone zoning discussion.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Discussion.
So, Mr. Babson, if you want to just
Yeah.
come up and
Yep.
explain to the board what you're looking to do.
Okay. So this is for a zone change. So the property that's located up where the old Snow White used to be, it's 7420 State Route 20. Kind of backs around behind the cemetery and it's exposed on like Shea Road. I'd like to subdivide that into a 2-lot subdivision. But because the entire property is zoned commercially, that second lot that we're hoping to subdivide, we'd like to make that a residential lot.
It's a 5-acre lower one.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you selling it or building or family building it?
I do have a family member that's been looking for properties, had no luck, so, set it aside for him. So
It's just one lot or are you having two?
just one.
This comes to us because it's commercially zoned.
Because I mean, it's a zone change is a change of the law. Yeah, so what would happen is, the lot gets subdivided and one piece of it remains commercial. The other piece, Mr. Mapstone's looking to change to residential. Then, for the next step, if the board were to approve the zone change, then the next steps would go to the planning board like
Okay.
a normal process.
Yeah, so the upper section is still gonna stay your business and the commercial piece. The lower section you want to change, which is 5 acres, over to a commercial lot instead of residential, or I mean, a residential lot instead of commercial.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
So it's gotta be the questions planning board's gonna ask. It looks like it has the 200 feet of frontage. Certainly got the acreage. Does it perk? That's our.
I don't know if we've gotten that far yet.
And that's probably something the planning board
Yeah.
can.
And this will be access up of, it looks like it does go, does it hit Route 20 and Shea Road or is it just off of Shea Road?
Just off the Shea Road.
And those types of things like the driveway cut and things of that nature would go to the planning board.
Right. Okay.
And
Yeah.
just so that the board is aware. And I think Tim Barrow had a discussion with Mr. Mapstone earlier today, and we've been in contact with Tim. The public hearing is fine to go forward because what is being sought is the zone change for that piece of property. Mr. Mapstone's going to redo his application because we need a meets and bounds descriptions of both properties.
Okay.
And right now, we don't have that. So he's going to resubmit the application with the appropriate land descriptions. And then what the recommendation is to keep the public hearing open. We'll wait to allow the public to make any comments or ask any questions, but keep the public hearing open until the next application comes in.
Okay.
And then the next town board meeting, there can be further discussion and close the public hearing, and then the board can vote on whether to approve the zone change or
Okay.
not.
So this
Sounds good.
time here, basically, if anybody wants to speak, we let them.
Yeah, I mean,
speak.
yeah, the purpose of this is to have Mr. Mapstone outline what it is that he's looking to do. Typically, it becomes more controversial if you're trying to take a residential and turn it into commercial. This is taking commercial,
Yeah.
turning it into residential. But there is the opportunity for the public to ask questions or make comments and let the
Okay.
board knows what it's thinking.
All right, perfect.
If you guys don't have any more questions
No.
right now, Mr. Mapstone, I know we can open it up to the public.
Sure. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a seat.
Anybody else have any comments about this? Online, anything? Doesn't look like it. Is there any questions online?
No.
No.
Do we need to make a motion to keep it open? or is
Yeah,
it-
so what I would recommend is a motion to keep the public hearing open, conditioned upon a new application coming in with the land description. And then vote on that, keep the public hearing open, and then that's all you have to do for tonight in relation to the requested zone change.
I'll make a motion that we extend this, public hearing.
Just keep to keep it open.
Keep it open until, until resume it next month, and when there's another,
Yep,
the newer, more proper application is in.
yes. So, and that'll give the opportunity for the new incoming board to look at what the request is, and that'll be the new board that will be voting on the
Okay.
request.
Sounds good.
I think that,
I'll second the motion.
Discussion?
Aye.
Jim?
Everybody's got the supervisor's report from November. I'd like to request a motion for.
Yeah, I'll make a motion. We accept the supervisor's report from the.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Any discussion?
Hmm.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next is request approval for the supervisor's bank reconciliation report for the month of November.
Make a motion to accept the bank reconciliation reports for the month of November.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
Hmm.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What do you have?
No, so in your packet, the 5th page in, there's a series of budget transfers. The first one, this is just some cleanup as we approach year end. Some things are a little over budget. There'll be some more probably in January just to clean up the year. But first, it's just to fund some higher than expected expenditures across several accounts. Justice is contractual, we have to increase $500. IT services, we have to increase $2,000. Unallocated insurance, up $900. Municipal association dues, $1,200. This is 2026 dues that are paid in 25, so this will be offset next year. State retirement, $42, so that there. And then town clerk personnel services, $885. All be funded from the contingent account. Next is to increase the garage equipment line for the oil water separator. That's being funded by, I believe, the SAM grant. We're going to increase that by $7,800 to be funded by state aid. And lastly is for the highway fund, we're going to move $43,951.30 from the machinery equipment line. That's funds that were unspent to the snow removal contractual to fund higher than expected costs for salt and other fuel costs, things of that nature. So we're looking for approval of those three budget transfers.
I'll make a motion. We make those 3 changes to the budget to allow the transfers to be paid.
Second it. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Other than that, a little bit of night class interest was just under $5,200 for the month, brings us up to almost $77,000 for the year. Budget wise for this year, we're looking really good. I don't see any real massive adjustments that are going to be needed next month. Like I said, there will be some minor adjustments that we'll have to make, but overall, I think we had a good year.
Awesome. Thank you.
Nikki's on, right?
Yep, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I am looking, there's actually 3 meeting minutes drafts that I'm looking for approval for. Acceptance of the November 3rd public hearing and budget workshop meeting minutes draft, the November 5th public hearing and budget workshop draft, and the November 9th regular meeting minutes draft.
Okay. Can we make one motion?
Yeah, I would recommend probably doing it one at a time.
Okay,
That's,
so we'll start with make a motion to accept the 11/9/2025 regular meeting minutes.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Let me get this right. So make a motion to approve the bank reconciliation for the November 2025 town clerk tax collector. Is that correct?
nope,
No, that is not.
she hasn't gotten to that yet. You've got a November 3rd meeting minutes and a November 5th meeting minutes that she's
Right.
looking for.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the November 3rd budget draft meeting minutes.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Favor?
Aye.
And then we need a motion to approve the meeting minutes of Tuesday, November 11th.
No,
11.
11/5.
I'll make a motion to approve the November 5th meeting minutes.
Okay.
Was that on? Was it? Do I have to say it's on the meeting on or just 11?
I'm sorry?
Do I have to say what that meeting was on or just those?
It's on the website. Nikki, what was the November 5th meeting?
It was a public hearing and a budget workshop.
All right, so for the November 5th meeting minute.
All right, I'll second it.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
So next I'm looking for approval of my bank reconciliation reports for November 2025 for both the town clerk and tax collector accounts.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we accept the bank reconciliation for November 2025 and the town clerk tax collector. What else am I missing?
That's it.
I'll second that. Any discussion?
Hmm.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next is a motion for the payment of bills. I prepared the vouchers. Veronica Hoteling did text me at 6 o'clock. She forgot to submit her invoice to me, so I was wondering if we could make it a part of the motion. If we cut a voucher tomorrow to pay Veronica Hoteling $325 for website management and Zoom hosting.
Does it
Okay.
have to be signed, and can we just make a motion to include it?
I think you can, that's fine.
So I'll make a motion for the payment of bills to include a check to Veronica Hoteling for $325.
325.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
Hmm.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and lastly, Bill, I just wanted to thank you for being an amazing counselor these last 4 years. You have been a board member who has always checked in on me. You've called me, you've texted me asking if there's anything I need. So I just want to let you know it's truly been a privilege working with you. And I know Tom Henry's not there tonight, but I also wanted to give him a huge thanks for stepping up as supervisor. We had an incredibly smooth year. He has donated so much time and hard efforts making sure the town continued to run smoothly. So I just wanted to extend my thanks to both of you.
Very nice, thank you.
Of course.
Code officers report. I need to. Just a motion to accept the code officers report?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the code officer report.
I'll second it. Any discussion? All in
No.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
I am looking for board approval to pay remaining comp time. The guys as follows: Ed Lidakowski, 8 hours straight time. Patrick Kirkhughes, 60 hours straight time. Bob Purcell, 80 hours straight time, and Wyatt Burden, 52.5 hours straight time. And anything usually they have left over after December first, they get paid out on.
Is that in the?
That's in, that's not in the bills, no.
So what was that for again?
It's for their comp thing. The guys have an option to comp their overtime during the winter months,
I see.
and they can comp up to 80 hours.
Okay.
Each guy can.
Got it. All right. So I'll make a motion that we pay the comp time for Ed Lee Lakowski for 8 hours, 60 hours for Pat, 80 hours for Bob. And what was it 52 hours?
Wyatt was 52 and a half hours.
52 and a half hours
And
for
Ed was
Wyatt.
80 hours as well.
80, not
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will second it.
Okay.
And if I can get a signature on for our records.
Any discussion?
Two, please.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
One more thing, I just got a general reminder for everybody, when you're putting your garbage pails out, if you can put them like on the shoulder of the road. For the town roads, and if you're on state or county. On your side of the white line, a lot of people are putting them in the road, which is making it extremely difficult for the plow guys to get around, especially when there's other traffic coming, so. I will put something on the website, maybe Nikki, or Facebook page.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll do that for sure.
Okay,
I'll remind our neighborhood as well.
that was,
Because I'm sure that we're probably offenders.
other than that, everything's going pretty smooth. Trucks are running good, salt barn's full. Snow's coming. Oh, hard, you know, yeah.
How does the salt prices look this year compared to last year?
We're locked in at a price through the county contract, and it's almost $11 a ton higher than it was last year.
Wow. Are they expecting to have plenty of salt this year?
Well, the
What's the
DEC is
forecast?
urging people to limit their salt usage already. So I don't know why they're doing that, but we haven't heard anything yet. But we pre-budget for everything for actually Cargill got the contract this year, so they were notified well in advance of what everybody could possibly use, so hopefully they're stocked up good. But normally we budget for ourselves, Pompey, 2,000 tons, so. And at $61 a ton, that adds up in a hurry. And even salt's got, the sand's gone up a little bit too. It's just hard to believe, but.
Council report. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to thank Bill and Tom for their time on the board. And I think Tom is, exiting with Diana's victory for the town supervisor, so congratulations. And Bill, thanks for everything you've done for the town over the last 4 years. And, your family's been super important to this community for a long, long time. So thanks for everything.
I was gonna echo the same thing, Bill. It's been a pleasure serving with you. For, 4 years I've been here, I think you've done a great thing, you have a great family history. It's been good for the town. And I also want to thank Tom for his services and stepping up and doing a job that was difficult and taking it very seriously. So we had two great people, and you guys will be missed, and look forward to New Year.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to thank Tom as well. I mean, he stepped in a very difficult time. It's gotten very good reviews from all the different town employees. I really appreciate his stepping up like he did. We'll miss him.
It was big.
Me, I'm just hoping to get through the meetings.
And I think we should, and I'd like to just wish his, things his best for any medical emergency. It sounds like you got going on, like to
That's for sure.
lift a quick prayer that everybody is okay and hopefully things go well.
So on the supervisor's report, I don't have his notes, but I guess we can go down through. The first one is the grant writing, which We vote on that, or should we not?
Well, I don't know that there was any, when I talked with Tom, the only two votes were the resolution for the enhanced police
Okay.
patrol
Yeah.
and the board approval for the Village of Manlius Fire Department EMS services. So that was the only thing that required votes, and you do have a quorum, so you can go forward with that if you want to. The updates for grant writing, Main Street funding, state and municipal facilities, those aren't anything to vote on, and if you don't have information, certainly you don't have to go through that if you don't have the information. I would assume over the next month that Tom will get Diana up to speed
Yeah.
on those things and what's been occurring on them.
Yeah, I know that on the grant writing, we've gotten a couple applications or a couple submissions for various people to provide that service for us that I think is under evaluation by the board and Tom. And then now Diana next month. He shared with me that the Main Street funding was up to date and everything was completed. And then he asked if we could make a resolution, which he probably forgot to talk to you about, that we got a check for the Pompey Club. And if we could make a resolution to cut the Pompey Club the payment that they're due. I don't know how much it's for.
And that comes out of
The county gives us the money.
Right,
that
no,
goes-
I understand what that is. I don't think you need, there's nothing other than the three of you, if you want to vote on that and do a resolution, you can do that. I don't know how quickly that payment needs to go out. You're certainly able to do it tonight if you want to.
Let's do it. When the guy gets paid.
Yeah, it's usually we've done it for the other ones when they've
Correct.
when they've received a check, we've usually tried to get them out to them as soon as possible. Because
Yeah.
these people have put out money first and they're getting reimbursed, so it's.
We're doing checks tomorrow, so if somebody could find
Yeah.
out the details.
All right. Supposedly we had a deposit, so maybe that'll help us with what the expense is gotta be, but I'll make a motion that we cut a check to the Pompey Club for the amount that the county had, provided to the town for, Main Street beautification program.
I'll second it.
Any discussion, further discussion? All in favor?
I,
Okay.
I don't know anything about Sam.
I don't either. I know that's highway related.
Yeah, they're all, I mean, we've applied for the same grant, but it'd be a while before we hear back from you.
I wanted to add a quick thing, I wanted to thank the people that came for the Christmas little party celebration we had, and I wanted to also publicly apologize for any, our special Santa visitor was definitely late, so anybody that left before he got here, we had some scheduling difficulties. And
Maybe the
It was-
reindeer weren't cooperating.
It must have been a storm in Rudolph, we had issues, but either way, it was a great time. There was at least a dozen kids here. They had great crafts and some snacks and stuff. It was a good time, and Santa did end up coming, and the ones that stayed through to when he was here had a very great time visiting with him, and it was just a very nice thing. So, but I did want to say for the families that where Santa did come, but the scheduling got a little out of whack. We'll improve on that for next year to make sure that it goes off a little smoother. So, thank you, everybody that did come.
So I believe we have to make a motion to authorize the enhanced police patrol.
Yeah, just to be clear on the enhanced police patrol. So what happened was on October 12th, this board voted on it, approved the enhanced police patrol, which has been going on and actually ends at the end of December. When Tom, I guess, or so whoever it was that was dealing with the sheriff, we got notice late last week, I think it was, that they wanted a written resolution So I prepared it, Nikki, I can email it to you. I've got copies here. Basically what this resolution is doing is memorializing what you guys already did on October 12th. That way, once it's approved and signed, Nikki can send it to the county and they'll have the paperwork that they want. So this was already voted for and approved in October.
Okay.
But why don't you, what I would recommend is
Make a motion.
make a motion
approve the
to
resolution.
approve the resolution and then Nikki will have authority to sign it.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the resolution to authorize enhanced police patrol.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I did want to acknowledge that we had residents stop by before the meeting to thank us for taking the speed seriously and trying to help everyone in the community be more safe.
And I passed the cop on Route 91, so I know that they were there and we did have, you know, some people concerns like, well, why aren't they doing more roads? We're, you know, I'm not really sure how that is picked or done, but we picked the ones where the accidents have been the, you know, most prevalent and where the biggest complaints were. It doesn't mean that there aren't issues everywhere, but we can address in that at future times but there have been several accidents on 91 and Sweet and you know, them roads, so that's kind of how they got prioritized. Just to explain.
Nikki, I'll leave 2 hard copies of the resolution with Alma.
That would be
Tonight.
perfect. Then I can send it to Lisa Dell at the county tomorrow when I get in.
Okay,
Thanks.
you're welcome.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then lastly, we need make a motion for board approval for the Village Manlius Fire Department funding, I guess.
Yeah, EMS payment.
Of $926,634.66.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
No, that's a big number, and I think going forward, I think we're gonna try to get more involved in that budgeting process sooner rather than later, because it always appears to be later.
Yeah, it's just gonna always be very frustrated. Just reading our department be difficult. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Guess we'll move on to public comments.
Thank you.
Lawrence Wangerman, 52-year resident of the town, living on 3260 Oran Gulf Road. And actually, I rose to thank some people. Present board, Bill, no one was more qualified to sit on this board than you when you proved through your actions. The board as a whole, I want to thank for having the fortitude to defend at the planning board, particularly to defend the integrity of the process that they used in the litigation filed against the town. I'd like to thank Dave Capriotti as town attorney and his firm for the job they did in defending the planning board's integrity. I'd like to thank Tom Henry for, you just need to read the minutes of this year's board to see what an impact he has had on the governance of this town. And it's all been positive. I don't know if people appreciate how much time he has spent here in this building, taking care of the business of the town. And I would add, a lot of that time has also been spent by his spouse, Phyllis. I urge the next year's board to continue with the initiatives that Tom has clearly been a driving force behind, one of which is digitize the records of this town. The record keeping here has got to move into the next century, and granted, there's a lot of upfront sunk cost that's got to go into it, but it will pay for itself in efficiency, especially in delivery of services to the town residents. It's got to get done. Thank the board and Tom as well for seeing that the oil and water separator got put in and to save us from the wrath of DEC. That was a matter that an issue, a can that was kicked down the road for way, way too long. And lastly, I do have a couple of requests. Unfortunately, Councilor Carpenter is not here, but I did want to say that for next year's board and for Diana's stewardship as supervisor, the supervisor position is unique in that it's legislative in that they have a seat on the board. They have no greater voting power than any other member, but the larger component of the job is the executive function. And it's an overwhelming job. We were blessed to have Tom Henry, someone who could put in the time to get it done. And I'd urge Diana and this board to see to it that you appoint, recommend that you almost have to appoint a deputy supervisor. I think that covers what I have to say. Thank you very much.
Timing, very good. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, look at what happened tonight.
Yeah,
Completely unforeseen. And if it wasn't for Tom stepping up on Mark's departure, we would have been in big trouble. And I truly don't believe people in the community or in the audience or in the town of Pompey realize how much time town supervisors spend on trying to do the right thing for this town. It's a tremendous amount of time. The pay does not really properly compensate the people that do the job based on how much time they invest and everything else that goes along with it.
and we are investigating into some different grant that, following the grant writer thing, some of that's try to hopefully come up with some grants to cover some of that, might be some things there to cover some of that digitizing records. So we're looking into it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alma?
I would like to thank Tom Henry, all the work he's done. Nikki and I know how much time Tom spent working on everything for the town in the grants and making sure everything was in order. And Bill always checked on us. When it was tax season, Nikki was busy and I was here, he'd call and make sure we were doing okay. And I just want to thank both of them for their time. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alma.
That's it.
Anything on Zoom?
No.
Well, what a way to go out, Bill. You
get to run the show?
The last one, you actually got.
A few wrong dates, a few other things.
That's a good way to, I think that's a good way to
Which
go
one
out.
wasn't anything significant?
Right.
Okay.
You go out on top.
I think there's only one guy that can make the
Make a
motion
motion
to
to
adjourn.
adjourn. Yes.
That'd be you.
I make.
Oh.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, adjourned.
All right. Buddy.
Yes.